Welcome everyone to our grand finale explainer. I am so incredibly pumped for this one. Today, we're embarking on an absolutely epic journey into the human mind. We are going to explore exactly how the intellect seeks out absolute truth by completely dismantling the inherited falsehoods that cloud our vision. It's a massive, profound exploration of human consciousness, and I literally cannot wait to guide you through this material. Let's get right into it.
So, here's the huge question we're tackling today. How do we tear down the idols of the mind to find ultimate truth? We're going to plunge straight into the central mystery of what's called the reverse path. Because, let's be real, our intellects, they're basically battlefields. They are totally cluttered with inherited traditions, societal norms, and, our own personal desires. So tearing down these internal idols to find something unshakable, that is high stakes. But to even understand this journey, we have to establish exactly where we're starting from.
And that absolute baseline starting point, that is Fitra. Now, it is super important to get this right. Based on the source material, Fitra is not what the philosopher John Locke called a blank slate. We aren't just born totally empty, right? But it's also not a fully programmed hard drive full of memories either. Instead, think of it as a structural, primordial readiness for truth. It's kind of like your eye. Your eye doesn't inherently contain an image inside it, but structurally, it's perfectly oriented toward light. Fitra is exactly like that, but it's the human soul's profound orientation toward harmony with existence.
All right, moving into Section 1, the corrupted human mind and the reverse path, walking backward to find a pure foundation.
To really wrap our heads around this reverse path, picture yourself walking backward down a really corrupted, broken staircase, just trying to reach the original pure foundation at the bottom. We can actually track the mind's progression through three famous metamorphoses. These were brilliantly conceptualized by the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche to show how we strip away psychological falsehoods. First, you've got the camel. The intellect just blindly carries the heavy burden of inherited herd values without questioning a thing. Then, it transforms into the lion. This is that rebellious, destructive stage that just violently smashes those falsehoods, roaring, "I will not." And finally, the child. A state of pure, totally innocent new beginnings.
Now, what's really fascinating here is how the sources neutrally juxtapose two wildly different thinkers who actually agree on this initial destructive step. Both Friedrich Nietzsche and Imam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab completely recognize that you absolutely need this lion phase to destroy the camel's blind imitation. But, and this is a massive difference, their tools for destruction are totally opposed. Nietzsche relies entirely on a subjective internal tool, the will to power. Imam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, on the flip side, uses an objective external standard, fitra, and revelation, which he uses to reject polytheism and false traditions.
And looking at this comparison really highlights the ultimate divergence on their paths. For Nietzsche, the end goal is to create entirely new values out of literally nothing. His version of the child is a creator playing a secret game of self-invention, completely based on subjective freedom. But for Imam Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, the goal isn't to invent something new, it's to remember something old. The child represents a return to an original, pure monotheism. The final standard isn't just what you subjectively desire, it's an objective truth that aligns perfectly with the creator.
So what's the inherent danger of getting stuck in that lion phase? Well, it's pretty clear. If you go around smashing idols without a reliable, objective compass, you don't actually find true freedom. The sources point out that if the intellect tries to save itself using only its own subjective will, it literally just traps itself in a brand new prison. You're just swapping out the old idols of tradition for a shiny new idol made of your own desires. It's kind of like bulldozing a wobbly house just to pitch a tent in a swamp. I mean, you